Here we discuss about comparison study of various software development methodologies. First we go with waterfall model. It's a software development model that follows a linear and sequential approach. It consists of several phases that must be completed in order. Uh, Requirements gathering and analysis, design, implementation, integration and testing, deployment, maintenance. The waterfall model is used for large, complex, and well defined projects where there is a need for high quality control and rigorous planning. However, it also has some drawbacks such as rigidity, risk, feedback, where it does not involve much feedback or communication with the customer or end user until the final stage. Okay. The waterfall model is also known as a classical or a traditional model as it was the first process model to be introduced. It is easy to understand and follow, but it may not be suitable for all types of projects. Next is V model. It's a software development model that follows a V-shaped sequence of phases where each phase is associated with a testing phase. The V model is also known as the verification and validation model as it emphasizes the quality assurance of the software. The V model consists of the following phases like requirements gathering and analysis, design, coding, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. The V model is useful for safety critical systems where there is a need for thorough testing and verification of the software. It is also suitable for projects where the requirements are well defined and stable. However, it also has some drawbacks such as rigidity, risk, feedback. Okay. Next comes Agile methodology is a project management approach that involves breaking the project into phases and emphasizes continuous collaboration and improvement. Agile teams follow a cycle of planning, executing, and evaluating and adapt to changing requirements and feedback. Agile methodology is based on the Agile Manifesto, which outlines four values and 12 principles for Agile software development. Those values are individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. And the principles are satisfy customers through early continuous improvement and delivery, welcome changing requirements even late in the project, deliver working software frequently, work together daily throughout the project, build projects around motivated individuals, support face-to-face communication, measure progress by working software, promote sustainable development, maintain technical excellence and good design. Simplicity is essential. Self-organizing teams produce the best results. Reflect and adjust regularly. Agile methodology is not a single framework but a group of methodologies that share the same values and principles. Some of the most popular Agile frameworks are Scrum, a framework that divides the project into fixed length iterations called sprints, where the team delivers a potentially shippable product increment. I think this is developed or being used in most of the development like DevOps and other Azure DevOps, AWS DevOps and all. And Kanban, a framework that visualizes the workflow using a board with columns representing different stages of the process and limits the work in progress to avoid bottlenecks. Agile project management, a framework that applies agile principles to the entire project lifecycle from initiation to closure and uses tools like roadmaps, backlogs, and burn down charts to track progress. Agile methodology is useful for complex and dynamic projects where there is a need for innovation and customer satisfaction. It is also suitable for projects where the requirements are uncertain or evolving. Agile methodology has some advantages such as flexibility, quality, collaboration. Yeah, that's about Agile. Key differences among these models are like waterfall is a linear and a sequential model that follows a fixed set of phases where each phase depends on the previous one and there is no feedback or iteration between phases. V model is an extension of the waterfall model that adds a testing phase for the each corresponding development phase, forming a V shape. Agile is an iterative and incremental model that breaks the project into smaller cycles called sprints, where the team delivers a potential shippable product increment and adapts to changing requirements and feedback. Whereas a waterfall is a suitable for large, complex, and V model is suitable for large and complex projects, especially safety critical systems, where there is a need for thorough testing and verification of the software. Agile is suitable for complex and dynamic projects where there is a need for innovation and customer satisfaction. It is also suitable for projects where the requirements are uncertain or evolving. Waterfall assigns strict roles to project team members with specific duties and responsibilities defined for each team member. V model also assigns roles to team members but allows for more collaboration between developers and testers. Agile empowers team members to collaborate on different aspects of the project over time, leading to a more self-organizing team structure. Waterfall does not allow for much flexibility or changes in the project, as each phase depends on the previous one and there is no feedback or iteration between phases. V model also does not follow for much flexibility or changes in the project, as each phase has a defined input and output. Agile follows for much flexibility and changes in the project, as each sprint can respond to changing needs and priorities and deliver the value incrementally. Waterfall involves a high risk of failure, as any errors or defects in the project are detected late in the development life cycle, which can lead to delays, increased cost, or customer dissatisfaction. V model also involves a high risk of failure, as any errors or defects in the project are detected late in the development cycle, but it reduces the risk by verifying and validating each phase. Agile involves a low risk of failure, as any errors or defects in the project are detected early and frequently in the development cycle, which can lead to faster resolution and improvement. Waterfall does not involve much feedback or communication with the customer or end user until the final stage of the project, which can result in mismatched expectations or requirements. V model also does not involve much feedback or communication with the customer or end user until the final stage of the project, but it ensures that software meets the customer's expectations and requirements by testing each phase. Agile involves much feedback and communication with the customer or end user throughout the project, which can result in higher customer satisfaction and collaboration. A software development methodology is a set of rules and practices that determine the whole process of building software. There are many different software development methodologies, each with its own pros and cons, and address various challenges and goals. To choose the right software development methodology for your project, you should consider factors such as the flexibility of the requirements, the involvement of the end users, the size and speed of the project, the time zone differences, the skill and experience of the developers, the clarity of the client's requirements, and the nature of the project. Waterfall, V model, and Agile are three different software development methodologies that have different characteristics, advantages, and disadvantages. The choice of the best methodology depends on the nature, scope, and requirements of the project, as well as the preferences and expectations of the customer and the team. There is no one size fits all solution for software development, but rather a range of options that can be tailored to fit the specific needs and goals of each project.